Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my Goodreads reading wrap-up. So my friend got it during class, and I went to check, and for some reason mine didn't show up. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I am sick. But I got the notification yesterday that mine came out, my wrap-up. I know people were excited for Spotify wrap-ups to come out, and don't get me wrong, I was excited for that too, but I'm down for the Goodreads wrap-ups of the year. You know what I mean? I think you do. Randomly this morning, I was like, you know what? I think I should make a video of me reacting and talking about the books that end up on my wrap-up, which I currently have up right now. For those who don't have me added on Goodreads, you should... oh my god. For those who don't have me, you should add me. I'll probably put the link in my description or something, or just comment and I'll respond and then pin that comment. So if you want to see all of my books that are mentioned in my wrap-up, keep on watching. So it says that my year, 2022, I have read 23,029 pages, which to me is a lot. I read 66 books, which means that I surpassed my goal. My goal was 50 initially, but when I hit 50, I changed it to 60. So good job, Jada! Because last year I was about to fail. So my shortest book is actually a book I read for school, which is A Christmas Carol, and I did really like that book. We finished it recently, and I did enjoy it. I don't remember if I rated it, but I did like it. And the longest book, standing at 570 pages, is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, and this book is so good. I gave this book 5 stars. Please read the Girl's Guide to Murder series. It's so good. I will never not recommend this series. This book made me cry, for y'all who do not know. It made me, like, fully sob. The average book length in 2022 that I read is 348, which sounds about right. I typically don't read super chunky books. That's like about like the average length of like a romance book, I think. The next book is the book that most people on Goodreads have shelved, and that is 1,552,761 people shelved, and that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'm not surprised by this, like, at all. It was a super, and still is, a super popular book by a super popular author, which her new book's coming out. Super excited for this. I think I also give this 5 stars. It's just a really good, heartfelt, with just the right amount of angst, enemies to lovers. They're both writers, romance rom-com novel, and I think everyone should pick it up. I have like a little Emily Henry pile on my shelf that I'm so happy for. This definitely, I think, is my favorite Emily Henry novel that I've read. The next book, only 11,179 people shelved, and that is I Hope You Stay by Courtney Peppernell, which this is the most recent book I finished. It's actually a poetry book. I actually haven't read, like, fully a poetry book, and my friend, she got it for me for Christmas. She wrote a little note in it, which is super, super cute, and I love it so much. I read this because I wanted to cope. I think you can assume what I was coping with, but I'll talk more about this book during my wrap-up, but just know I did really enjoy it. My average rating for 2022 was actually 4.1, which is very high, especially compared to a lot of my friends. I've begun to be more picky with my ratings, but at the same time, I think when I buy a book, I want it to be good, but that just goes to show that a lot of the books that I read, I did actually enjoy, so that's always a good thing. The next book is the book that is the highest rated on Goodreads that I read this year, and that is Heartstopper, but volume 4. And this is actually a graphic novel, for y'all who don't know, so they're pretty quick to read. They're chunky and hefty books. I have the entire Heartstopper series because, oh my 11, I have Heartstopper leads on my wall. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I gave this 5 stars. I think I almost cried when reading this. I almost cried during the 3rd and the 4th one, because the story is just so, like, it gets a lot more serious within the 3rd and 4th book. And I know it's going to continue, so. The next category is the first review that I wrote of the year, and I will read it out loud first. I got scared the slow burn would be too slow, but I absolutely loved the pacing. It felt so much more real and less rushed. I absolutely fell in love with Jasmine and Ivan and their banter. I am not going to get too into this book, but I highly recommend it. If I highly recommend this if you're willing to be patient for the romance and spice part. This is now one of my new favorite romances, and I will be checking out more Mariana Zapata books. Also, the main girls have Filipino. I love. For y'all who, if you weren't able to pick up what the book was, it is From Luke Off with Love by Mariana Zapata. This is my first Mariana Zapata book, and I have read another one, and I have another one on my TBR, which I hope to read. And this is so good. I love this book so much. It definitely gave like a high standard for Mariana Zapata books in my opinion. Like, they all have to match up to this one now because this was so good. My last review of the year was, I will read it again first. Now, I potentially jumped the gun in this rating, but it's a 4.99 out of 5, so it deserves a 5-star rating on here. The tiny issue I had was the multiple times they felt all over the place when it came down to their feelings or whether they had romantic feelings or not. But besides that, this book was so good. Pick it up. Granted, I gave the fine print also 5 stars, so this isn't much of a surprise. I need to read all of Lauren Asher's books because when I tell y'all, I devour these books so quickly. Heart. I definitely like Iris more than Zara, but I like Rowan more than Declan. Still love the characters, and I can't wait until Cal's book. With deductive reasoning, if you couldn't figure out what the book is, it is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Y'all know how much I love this book. It was literally in my wrap-up last video. It's so good. This entire series is so good, and I can't wait for the 3rd book. My heart's gonna hurt because it's gonna be the final book, but it's okay. It's okay. Love this book so much. And for the fine print, read the fine print, read Terms and Conditions. Both are really, really good. Like I said, I still agree with the rating that I put. I know some people would be like, it's pretentious and it's dumb, you might as well just give it 5 stars, but that's just me personally. I want to be as honest as possible. Regardless, I think everyone should read those books and all of Lauren Asher's books, even though I haven't read more of them, but I will. So that's the entire video. I know this one was a short one, but I still wanted to get some content out of there. Also, I got a haircut for y'all who couldn't tell. I got more layers and I got better curtain bangs, but yes, that is it. I completed my challenge. If you didn't complete your challenge, that's completely fine. If you did, let me know how many books you put. Also, comment down below some other video ideas or what your favorite book was this year. I will make sure to come out with more content because now I am on break. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye!